laying laminate flooring. Underlay's been put down, obviously, as you can see. Sally's working away from right to left, pushing the pieces in and then leaving the cut-offs. Obviously on your side I leave on average hope between 10-12 mil is fine for movement. If you've got it on both sides, then I'd normally say 8 to 10 mil either side, and you're fine. As you can see, there's the wall after it's been boarded up, the fireplace completely taken out and finished, and the coving's finished. As you can see, the walls, I've now had 2 coats of Johnston's soft sheen, and the colour has been a pre-mixed colour that's been mixed up for this job.
Checking bead coverage.
The back wall is going to be in a different colour, and obviously Sally's still got to lay the flooring along here. As you can see, she's checking the beading as she goes along. We're going to use a bullnose beading. Sally likes to put her solid wood beading up when she's doing flooring. She don't like using the laminate stuff because it swells when it gets wet. So what she's done is bought some Dino's 18mm quadrant. The backs she's had shaved out, so any cables and anything can be run. As you can see along there, a telephone cable is being run along there. Once the beading goes in, then it'll be no problem to move it out. And that's basically the starts of the flooring. You can see here she's taken the door off and she's put the beading on. The flooring, she's cut the bottom of the frame and she's pushed the laminate. We've tapped it underneath, well, Sally's tapped it underneath, and on this side it's okay. We've got it as close as we can. She's not cut this side because it's got a fire door on it and the weight could inhibit the frame's structural capabilities, and with FD30 doors they do wear a lot, so you've got to be careful. It's mainly around that frame leg where you want it. Once it's corked in and the beading's up, it'll be nice and tight and it'll look nice and neat. Sockets, tapes have all been taken off and they've been masticed up and tightened. You can mastic your switches up in a lounge or staircase or anything. Just never mastic switches in a kitchen. Just tighten them up and leave them. Although even if you've got the odd gap here and there, it's not safe to mastic up in a kitchen around a switch or a socket. And that's everything. Sally's just marking a new length out there, getting ready to put a piece in there. It's going to be a small piece that's going in there, and then she'll work from that end towards this end, and then from this end towards that end, and just keep alternating each piece, and that way you get your joints that are staggered, they move, there's nothing that's in line, which in flooring terms leaves your joints all over the place, which is exactly as the laminate should be. The worst thing you can get is when the joints match each other all the way down the floor, and it's pretty obvious then that it's just a typical laminate floor that's been laid. And I'll take another shot on when she's finished it. This is probably a day's work for her to get all this done, and then tomorrow she'll finish cutting out and fit the beading, and it'll be done. And that's everything.